how in the world does Chicago rectify their quarterback position in your estimation right now, Dan?
Yeah, I think the Bears as an organization are probably looking at a complete overhaul because Ryan Pace has got to be responsible in some capacity. Listen, he built a lot of good pieces at defense, but he's also built this offense in the selection of Mitchell Trubisky. And then Matt Nagy is in many ways handpicked to not like he didn't pick Mitchell Trubisky, but he was handpicked to develop Mitchell Trubisky. And while Mitchell might not be obviously Deshaun and Patrick, he hasn't gotten better. And so that has to be pegged on management and coaching, that the lack of development at that position has got to fall on their shoulders. And then for Mitchell, I have said for about almost 2 years now that I think they use him poorly. I don't think they accentuate his skill set. That being said, at the end of the day, he's not good enough. In 2020, with the quarterbacks, the young ones that we have in the NFL right now, Mitchell is not going to be good enough to carry your franchise forward and to be a bona fide winner and legit playoff contender and then Super Bowl champion. So while he's athletic and has a skill set, and I do think hasn't been accentuated, at the end of the day, they're going to have to move on from him. I think it's likely they move on from Matt Nagy from the lack of development and lack of leadership. And I think it's fair to say Ryan Pace, as the general manager and the guy that handpicked him, is going to be on the hot seat as well.
Yeah, I know. There was a shot, NBC's cameras caught Pace in his mask just shaking his head. Kind of was a perfect, image of what's going on with the Bears. And they were 5-1, Dan. I mean, they were 5. Was that all just smoke and mirrors and mirage? I mean, how does a team go 5-1 to 5-6 like that?
Well, their defense was dominant, and they were winning games because of the defense. And so, that's kind of where I always get into it with people when people say, well, defense wins championships. In 2005, it did, yes. That's not the case anymore. Because of the rules and the understanding of space and how much smarter offensive coaches are and the skill sets of so many different people in the quarterback run game, that doesn't prove to be true anymore. And I thought when they made the move to Nick Foles, I did not think that was the right choice, although I love Nick. And I said, okay, well, if Nick just throws the ball to the right place, they should be decent enough where their defense is going to keep them in every game. And then Nick started to really turn the ball over, and that offense started to slow down. And then that Bears, it just put such a big burden on the defense. And I think the defense is at the point where they're just – this is 3 years now. This is 3 years now of being a championship caliber defense in Chicago and having to go out there and going, if we don't score as a defense and we give up 2 touchdowns, we're probably going to lose the game. And I think that is just weighing so heavily on their defense.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.